might be able to sneak some away on Dust 2. But for now, we'll focus our attention on Inferno, because that is, as you can see on your screen, exactly where we are.
Indeed it is. Espada versus forZe, they are going to be battling it out in a best of 3 right here for your eyes and your ears. So Pika, let us know what you think in the chat. Give us your prediction for the matchup. Real quick, your prediction for this one, Dan.
forZe.
Got the dual Berettas. That's your favorite weapon. Just pointing that out real quick.
This is... I mean, let me quickly change that to Espada then. If they keep rolling these dualies, they're a surefire for the dub. As you can see, let's see how effective they are. A quick kill there onto Jerry, you know. Nothing to be sniffed at, those dual Berettas. But Espada...
this is looking like a clean-cut case, man.
Yeah, everybody's having a little bit of a taste of the frags, aren't they? Just Almas and Remains and 1 versus 4. And with those menacing dual Berettas still to be taken out of the equation, I don't think he's going to have much chance as he peeks up around the corner. Good work from Espada.
Dual Berettas coming out in full force.
Yeah.
We spoke about this last week. Dan, for some reason, has like a weird... I don't want to call it a fetish, but kind of. For
no, it is.
dual
It definitely
Berettas.
is.
He loves them for no good reason. I don't know, man. But it works out. And who am I to judge?
Yeah.
If it works out, man. Dima with a brilliant 3-piece in this one. And real quick, before we get too far into this one, I just want to point out that forZe actually recently had a very strong 2-0 over Heretics, where they won 16-2 on Mirage and 16-9 on Dust 2. So even though we mentioned Espada are strong on Dust 2, forZe are not bad on it either.
Yeah. And we do just have a pause here, so hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, obviously Espada picking up that pistol round. This is the forZe map pick, so hopefully they'll be wanting to bounce back pretty quickly before we get things too far in. But yeah, forZe, they've gone for that force buy already. So we can see what they're aiming for. A couple Tech 9s, a few Deagles, 4 smokes, quite a lot of flashbangs. There's certainly weaponry to work with there. Get those Tech 9s in there really fast. Try and catch Espada off guard. And I mean, I'm assuming Espada will go for the rifles, a couple SMGs here probably.
You pointed out forZe going for the force buy early on. We see that time and time again. If you don't get the bomb plant on that T side, you want to make sure that you get a solid amount of upgraded pistols in there. We can see a lot of utilities here for forZe actually. And that could suggest, if they have 4 pieces, like 4 smokes, that could suggest something towards the A-bomb site. I'm a little bit worried about this, because typically if you're on upgraded pistols, and if you want to go towards the A-bomb site, you want to have at least the 2 rapid fire pistols, so the 2 Tech 9s in this case. You want to have those in towards apartments to clear those close corners, basically. But both of those players are with smokes. So what we should see is FaceCrack and Jerry setting up in second mids for smoke towards, I guess, Arch and Library, I suppose. And then have the other players, so that's C-Power and Flit, setting up for the smokes towards the bomb site and the pit position. And then a couple of flashes over. That's like my prediction for this round at the very least. I think they're going to go for something rather quick towards the A-bomb site. It seems like we're having a slight technical issues here. We do want to apologize for that. But while we get those issues sorted, we're going to set it up to a break screen. And we'll see you guys as soon as we're ready for it.
leader. I got my team up. I've been a dreamer. I switched to
Welcome back, people. We should be good to go at this point. It seems like we've got the issues fixed, and the players are ready to get this one going. So again, it is Espada versus forZe, battling it out in a best of 3, starting here on Inferno as the first map. Second map is going to be Dust 2. Third and final, if we get that far, will be Mirage. We saw Espada with the dual Berettas, as Dan liked quite a bit, picking up the pistol on their CT side, and now forZe going for the force buy with a decent amount of utility behind them. Ooh, this could be interesting. See Espada actually making moves down towards bottom of Banana, and forZe for the meantime just holding off the close angles. They don't want to give too much away to Espada here. Seems like they are just trying to hold off. Espada pushing down a lot of players over towards. Ooh! Cracks coming through. Is it gonna be enough, though? Exipal needs to be careful here. A couple of players behind him. Quick on the flank. He's worried about it. Oh, that's a nice shot. Setting up for the flash as well. Oh, trying to double back, but not quite. Passy eventually shuts him down. But that got me on the edge of my seat, that's for sure.
Yeah, I have no idea, like, how that got so close. Espada almost letting that one slip. Z-Power, great shots of the Deagle, but they can't quite bring it to a round for forZe. It is a 2-0 for Espada. They do make it work just about. And forZe are actually going to go for the rebuy into this one. They're going to try and break Espada here. They don't feel like they should have let that last round slip. They think they can get themselves into the game quickly here. I mean, you can see why, because there's no real cash for Espada in reserve. I mean, nobody at more than $600 in reserve, and there's only a couple M4s, a couple of FAMASs, an MP9 for Dima. And with Flint working his way in towards the apartments, and Z-Power on an AK-47, a bit of a hero weapon. Hoping that they can find something with that. For now, though, a much more subdued opening to the round. I mean, last time we just had a bunch of players running it down Banana. This time, a little bit more sedate, and this time they'll try and push forward. Dima's with the MP9, but can't find the opening frag. It's Z-Power with that AK-47, but he's been tagged down to just 9 points of health. May just want to back away and maybe drop that AK to a teammate.
I think actually holding on to the AK here wouldn't be like the worst idea. It's something that we see with AWPs quite a bit. Like if they're low on HP, they'll bring the AWP over to the low player. But when you don't have anything other than like one AK and upgrade pistol, a singular 2G as well, makes sense to keep that AK on the player who's low on HP, because it does have that one-shot potential. That being said, she pointed out, very close to making it work in the previous round, and now seems to be working absolutely fantastic here for forZe. As you can see on the minimap, Espada, they've decided to stack heavy on the B-bomb side, and that's going to be the doom in this round, because forZe, they're running it down A, getting the bomb planted, and it seems like all 5 players might survive here for forZe. Brilliant stuff.
And, certainly so, because, I mean, I said that they'd be able to break Espada's economy if they do win this one. And you can see, obviously, Espada, they're just saving. They're not even going to try and touch this A-bomb site anymore. They're just saving over towards B, keep these rifles alive. The only weapon they have lost was that MP9. So, certainly Espada, I feel the economic strain as well at this point. And forZe, they're going to come away with a cheeky round here. They'll keep that AK alive. They'll other weapons alive. Obviously, a couple Tech 9s, an MP9 picks up for one of those players, but they'll be wanting to upgrade those into some more superior weaponry here. As I mean, certainly an impact player. Got the only kill needed in the round, Z-Power.
Brilliant stuff in that round. As you pointed out, they decided to go for another force buy. Again, their name is very fitting. We gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm not gonna say they're only known for that, but it's something that they're definitely known for. They like to go for a kind of questionable false buys and make it work somehow. Time around, Espada running it down Banana once again, and again it seems to be working, at least initially. 3 quick frags in the favor of Espada. Almacer trades out with Finnegan. A lot of damage dealt towards Patsy, and Sutfig is down to roughly 60 here. Definitely still a chance for Flit and Almacer. We pointed it out in the pre-show. Flit is one of those players that we are looking towards for high-impact kills, and this is a round where he needs to step up for that to happen. Almacer is definitely a strong player as well, clearing bottom of Banana initially, and then inching his way forward, try and find more towards the top of it. Flashbang in the opposite direction doesn't quite land, so Sutfik not going to push forward. This time around, Espada, they're not as quick to go for the rotation, for good reason. As I said, Patsy is incredibly low on HP. He needs to be careful in this position. Flit and Almace are throwing a lot of utility.
Oh. Deemer on this,
They haven't
on this
entirely
position.
decided.
He can end it.
Oh no!
And he won't. That's not what you want to see.
It's
not what you want to see at all. And now, forZe, you have a chance, but Nexus here still. You can get one finish off. Almazer, Flit is there to trade out, but I think puts him down to just 11 points of health. He won't be feeling too good about himself, but he's going to go aggressive because of that fact. Going to try and bring it into a quick 1v1, and this might be the absolute perfect play here for him. If he can catch one of those players,
this is the answer.
This certainly could be it for forZe. This might be an absolutely amazing positional play from Flit. He gets the first, and now he's going to rotate all the way around towards Jaw. Sotfik, he does pick up a kit, that nade. It could end it, and it will, but the Molotov. Oh, does he have time to get the No, he doesn't. The Molotov is absolutely huge.
Oh my god. What a way to start it, then. What a way to start it. A 3-on-2 situation. Almacer and Flit, they managed to bring it all the way back. A bit of a fake over towards the B-bomb side, running it down Banana back towards middle. Dima had the golden opportunity to shut them down, but they're checking their angles. They shut down Dima, take a lot of damage in the process, manage to bring their way back towards the A-bomb side, get the bomb planted, and Flit with a big brain play to win that 1-on-2 situation. What a play.
Yeah, you said as well, Flit needed to step up, and he certainly does. And now, with an early trade into this next round, it is just Espada with pistols. Sotfik has already eaten the dirt relatively quickly. Facecrack as well. But Espada, off the back of that early contact towards Banana, they're going to stack over towards his B site. You can see the few USPs, the P2K as well for Dexter. Don't often see for Dima. Don't often see one of them on the battlefield, but Dima certainly has one, and now forZe are going to try and push their way forward. Jerry's taking a lot of damage. USP actually takes him down, but finally, Molotov will pick up 2. Flit's just a bit of a pyro, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. That's brilliant. That's 3 molly kills in the span of 2 rounds. Flit, you're an absolute maniac. Pyromaniac, even.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the boosting player over at Newbox stuck around in that position to try and bait off his teammate, but not really what he bargained for there. As they both end up dying to the flames, and now forZe will have another full fight here with his Dexter. Takes a lot of early damage. He's going to go for the peak anyway with that AWP, hoping to find a frag, but nobody at the other end is going to be in position to receive. He goes for the timing shot, won't quite land as the flashbang lines him up. So still a 5-on-5. As forZe, they've got themselves a lead now, so 3-2. Bit of apartment control in their favour, but Finnegan, he is going to fight back and towards this B site. There's 3 players for the Espada side. Feeling a lot of pressure over here, Jeet.
For good reason. Good amount of damage, as you pointed out, towards Dexter early on. Oh, they need to be careful here. They're actually pushing the bomb a little bit too far, in my opinion. Well, the boost coming through. Jerry is in a huge position here. It could potentially come up massive for this one. Boosted on top of the half wall. Patient waiting. Brain wants to peek out from his position. It's going to be Almazer first, and Jerry helps out. Sotbig finds one. Dexter tries his best, catches one of his own. Jerry quickly trades him out. Now back to a 2-on-2, and with the bomb planted over towards the B bomb side, it's going to be a tough task here for Patsy and Finnegan to try and see if they can bring this one back. They do have utility to do so. They're up against heavy-hitting Jerry and C-Power with the AWP. Catches Patsy over in construction. And there you have it. C-Power, final couple of frags. Easy does it. And forZe bringing out the big guns, bringing out the heavy hitters early on, and shutting down Espada in these last couple of rounds. It was 2-0. Now it's 4-2 favoring forZe. forZe doing God's work at this point.
Yeah, obviously it is their map pick, so they're feeling comfortable on this T side already, and that's not good news for Espada. The pistols are out once more. Smoke's fallen, you know, but nothing too heavy duty. Maybe these Deagles and the 5-7 can find a bit of damage, as they are going to be pushing aggressive towards the apartments. Nobody here to receive that aggression from forZe, as they're playing relatively safe, trying to take control of Banana instead, and they do get control of that car. See Flip, he's just posted up watching for their aggression in apartments. They haven't gone into his crosshair just yet, so it's not too bad. Not too bad for Espada. They've managed to get a bit of apartment control. But forZe, they've got a bit of banana control. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, pretty good trade for the control, I suppose. Slightly favoring forZe, even more so considering the weaponry at hand in this one. Obviously, heavy weapons for forZe, not really that much to work with here for Espada. They've gone for a bit of a, what I like to call a min-buy. Buying the minimum to give you a decent amount of chance of dealing some damage while still having enough money to buy up for the next round. We see Dexter sitting on 3,000. We'll have enough for that AWP for the next. forZe are going to be making their way in towards... Ooh, that's a good shot. In towards the B-bomb side. DMAT shuts down face crack. Aggression still coming through. On getting shut down immediately after. Flip with a double here. C-Power and Almazer finds one each. Now Dexter right. Dexter with smoke. Flips. He doesn't need vision. He'll get the silenced USP ringer. And he'll just spam the smoke for a quick kill. There you have it. 5-2 on the board. Flip with a 3-piece in that round. And all in all, a pretty strong start here for forZe. So they lose the pistol. They decide to go for a force buy. They lose that force buy, but it was incredibly close. Came down to a one-on-one situation. And they did manage to pick up a force buy victory in the 3rd round. As we see the odds here at the top of your screen. forZe, very clear favorites at this point.
Yeah, and... rightly so, I think, especially with how this first map is going. And with the opening kill already going forZe's way, Sotvik has fallen. That is over towards top mid, and forZe pick up that map control, but Dexter, as you said, he has the AWP now. And he makes it work. A nice kill. Takes down Flip, one of the heavy hitters for forZe. Already found 9 kills in 7 rounds here, so certainly... a good frag to take him away, take him out of action, but there's still plenty more to find, and Z-Power is one of them as he answers back with his AWP. A second kill for him leaves Dexter having to try and push forward for a bit more information. For now, though, he'll just position himself to hold towards that short angle as the rest of his team are going to be supporting him. Patsy with a nice double spray down. He's only Jerry and Almazer are alive, but Almazer is 2 HP, is going to be able to find shots. Dexter will get another, but Cherry's nade will finish him off post-mortem. Use it just towards Finnegan, who can secure the kill, secure the round in Espada. They'll finally put a 3rd on the board.
again, a little bit messy in this round from Espada, it feels like. And all in all, what I see thus far, please correct me if I'm wrong here, Dan, but what my eyes are telling me is that forZe seems a little bit more cohesive, if you know what I mean. Like, they seem like they know each other a bit better, potentially, and they're pretty good at getting the trades. They're pretty good at setting each other up for these cracks. There's a pretty good example of how forZe are a little bit better in that aspect than Espada. That shouldn't happen. Sotfik shouldn't be running down middle, and if he does, he should give that information to Dexter immediately. fanZe here with a nice double. Dexter finds one. Gary and Flit. In a 2-on-4 situation, not going to be easy for them. Mentioned it before, Flit, he is a strong player. Needs to come up massive for this one. He missed his opportunity, and Dexter finds the final frag onto Flit. And Espada managed to pick up 2 in a row, string a couple of rounds together. Yeah, we see it here again. Dexter, bit of a rough start to the round, but they still managed to pull it through. Yeah, as I pointed out, it's very important if you are that player and you decide to run down middle. First of all, you need to give that information to your teammate immediately. If he has that information, he should not take the shot. He should let you go for that move and just fall back the second he gets flashed. I guess slight miscommunication here for Espada. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of that for forZe.
No, it wasn't too... It's not too egregious. I mean, just a little bit of chip damage done. Obviously, it's not how you want to start a round, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Espada, they do get the 4th, and forZe, they're going to be down to just pistols here. A P250 for Flit, a couple Deagles, a couple Glocks. Shouldn't be too much to worry Espada. Unless they do find a cheeky opening or two. That's certainly a possibility with these Deagles. They can be very, very deadly.
Yeah, we've seen it before. What's that, sorry?
fanZe was just holding towards the boiler position. Teammate spoke that, and he's just like, well, I can't see anymore. I have to swing out a little bit wide, but Sotfik's having no sort of those issues, and he's able to find himself a quick double. However, the Glocks do chase him down. Demon has swung into the distance, albeit a little late for his teammate, but they do secure the round with just Sotfik falling. It's 5-5.
So again, real quick before we get too far into Inferno, it is the map choice of forZe. I see some of you guys asking about that. forZe, they decided to go for Inferno as their first choice. Makes pretty good sense. It's a map they have 76% win rate on. They've played it 29 times in the last 3 months. That's quite a bit. That's roughly 1 time per day. In their most recent results, they've secured a victory over Galaxy Racer, over Skade. They had a blunder, I would say, over Endpoint, a match they definitely should win, especially on this map. That was in the IEM Beijing qualifier, if I'm not completely mistaken. And then they've had victories galore, a couple of losses here and there. They had a pretty good victory over MIBR just roughly 1.5 months ago. Pretty good victory over Dignitas as well. Sprout, North. I mean, they beat pretty good teams here on Inferno.
Espada, however, ran himself down mid.
Yeah. I was just about to say, Espada, they're making some weird choices every once in a while on this map. And they have questionable results on it as well. This is definitely a good showing of that, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, he went down mid. There was a bit of utility for his teammates to try and find the opportunity. In fact, they're answering back towards Banana, though. A couple kills for fanZe. However, the kills will favour forZe still, as there's a couple in return. Z-Power covering his teammates who were kind of just scarper away from that position, get to safety. And they do manage to do so. 3 alive for forZe, just 2 for the Espada side, 1 on each side. As Dexter's going to be taking a little bit of a peek down Banana. He won't be spotting anything. He is just going to fall away and try and regroup with Finnegan by the looks of things. Or maybe he'll just sit tight towards the B site for the time being. And with Finnegan trying to find a bit of intel towards top mid. If he peeks down into the AWP, it may just be a very short life for him. But actually, he wins it out against Z-Power and just loses the 2-on-2. But coming through the apartments, they're already ready for Finnegan. And he isn't ready for them. Blitz able to secure the kill, and now it's a 2v1. Dexter switches out to the AK-47, needs to try and get himself back in towards this site. A smoke towards Moto is going to make things a little bit more difficult for him, though. And as the timer ticks away, he does have a kit. That much is given to him, a smoke and a HE as well. Is this smoke actually going to hit him? No. It bounces around him. FaZe is going to be revealed, and Jerry not going to miss those chances. 6 for forZe as they retake the lead in this game. It was tied up for 6-5. forZe will put themselves back in front.
Good setup there for the after plant for forZe. One player just holding towards the balcony and the short position, or what I like to call porch position. It looks like one of those porches you see from the good old American movies, where you have like some farmer sitting out there with a pipe and a cold beer.
Ooh. Aggression again from Espada. This time it works out pretty well, in fact. However, Pick decides he wants even more, goes for a play towards the sewers. We'll get caught by Flip, but it's still Espada in a 4-on-2. And it's going to be Jerry and Z-Power. Yeah, Jerry and Z-Power need to try and answer back. However, that is a beautiful way to answer back. Jerry gets them lined up, secures himself a quick double. He is left with only 4 HP, but him and Z-Power, they can certainly make this one work as Espada. They get so much control, and it's gone in the blink of an eye. Dexter's watching down towards mid. He's got his teammate pushing forward a little bit to try and secure control of that bomb. And forZe, I mean, they're leaving it up to Jerry here to try and find this bomb, try and collect it as Z-Power's working his way in towards B site without him. Collect the bomb. He will try and get towards his teammate, but Patsy already in the underground position. He's going to catch him off, and that leaves Z-Power 1v2 now. Dexter's up, might just finish this off, and it will. Espada, they tie things back up, not letting forZe slip too far away here.
And not too many rounds ago, we saw Dima trying to run it down middle. That didn't work out for him at all. And now we see a couple of players setting up for that second mid aggression here from Espada, and maybe that's exactly what they need to catch forZe off guard in this one. Like, go for some untraditional plays. We see it every once in a while in every tier of Counter-Strike, but it's not something we see every game. It's certainly not something we see every round. We've seen it a couple of times already from Espada, and it's actually worked out all right.
I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but I just love it when professional players they miss like little things, like that little jump towards the balcony there. Jerry gets it wrong first time. You know, it just makes me realize that not everybody's perfect. Actually, nobody's perfect.
I speak for yourself.
It makes me feel a little better from my ESEA pugs. You know, my teammates laughing at me. Why can't you do that jump? Why can't you do that jump?
It seems like a you problem.
No, no, I swear, I'm usually able to do it. I'm usually able to do it, guys.
Nate,
not what they are able to do though.
Themselves one.
Hamza, 2 kills on the Deagle. Can Espada shut this down, please? This is looking quite dangerous. Hamza's found himself free now, and it's him and Flip to try and close this one down in the AWP. Oh, it misses the opening shot. We'll get the follow-up close range against Flip, but Almaza is now left in a 1v1 as he does trade that kill out, leaves himself on 4 kills, about 40 HP, and
the timing
planted Dima just about gets it, Dima. You know, no worries.
That was a weird round. That was a weird round. Sodpick in a pretty good position watching for the arch play. He was holding a very tight angle, something we see quite a lot, sitting inside the arch and just like having a slight peek, which allows you to see if anyone moves past past the opening there, and then he falls back and tries to hold a different angle. Throws down the nade. The nade doesn't quite connect as he hoped that it would do. Then he only gets one frag. He should have had two there, but Almasa just comes out swinging with that Desert Eagle. Quick 3-piece with it, and switching over to the AK, and almost. I mean, if he had the timing down a little bit better, he could have potentially gotten the ace there.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't out of the realms of possibility if he'd been able to push forward a little bit quicker. I don't want it to make any noise, and it does grant Espada a 7th. So, the CT side looking actually pretty decent for Espada here. They're making moves on the CT side, and Patsy can play in front of this smoke. He's going to get it teammate smoke, but Dash is going to absolutely fluff his shots. Finnegan now finds face cracking all of that blind smoke. Patsy spots a barrel sneaking through. It's absolute chaos. It's pandemonium over on that balcony position. And Espada, they've got themselves a 5-on-4 with Almasa just on 11 points of health. It's going to be up towards the rest of his teammates to try and make a move, despite him having such an influential part in that previous round. But Jerry, he can do no such thing. Z-Power will find one, but the trades are just so good. Patsy secure themselves 2. And they'll survive with just 3 points of health with Dima. Finishes off the round, and Espada up to 8. They've secured themselves a lead for half-time here.
I will have to point out real quick, Patsy has been incredibly impactful already. Not one of the players we actually pointed out going into this game in the pre-show. We pointed out Dexter, obviously on that AWP. He is a strong player. He's shown that he's gotten a couple of high-impact kills already. Sutfik was another player we pointed out. He's up there on the scoreboard as well. But Patsy is doing work, especially with that FAMAS. He's gotten, I think, most of his kills with the FAMAS. Whether he runs down banana or holds tight over at A, doesn't really matter. Patsy, he can do it all.
And he's taken a lot of damage. Hits towards Nara, and especially so as an M4 bullet hits him in the face. He's now dead. That's the most amount of damage you can receive being dead. All 100 points of Roni's gone. Over his E-Power. Can answer back and actually wins out the AWP duel against Dexter, and forZe, they're going to try and capitalize on that. Jerry trying to run it up Banana to that B site, but a smoke from Espada will just hold them back for the moment to try and quell that aggression. As forZe, in the last round of this half, they've got double AWPs here. Almost to wield a secondary one. I'm not sure for how long, though. Actually, they're going to go for 3 AWPs just to take them up off the floor. Works out for Almasa at least as he finds one, but flipped on not an AWP. He'll get taken down. It is Espada answering back once more as they bring it into a 3-on-3. But with a lot of damage done towards the Espada players, Patsy can just about stay alive with those 9 points of health, and Z-Power, the last one alive as he tried to look for kills, but with them so low on HP, a Glock is all he needs. He's going to be able to get in towards that A site, get the bomb planted, and a 1v2 against Dima and Sotfik. The Glock can work out against Dima, but against Sotfik, he is going to have to use that big AWP if he wants to get the kill quickly. And he's going to work his way in towards the apartments to try and get a different angle from this. He's planted default on that site. He's going to work through apartments towards a boiler, and this may catch Sotfik off guard, who is just clearing it now, and was Z-Power's going to take that position. He's not going to expect it. Z-Power can have himself an easy kill, but oh no, he misses the shot. And now 1 versus 2 with them holding the bomb. Espada, they're just going to find 9 here. There's no way Z-Power can do anything. He needed to be aggressive, but he was worried, and we are just going to head ourselves to a quick break.
pending in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone.
Welcome back, everyone. Espada, they managed to bring it out on top 9-6 for that first half. forZe, they had a pretty good showing early on in that first half, but Espada, they managed to bring it back towards the end of it with a couple of interesting plays down second mid and down banana. Now it's up to forZe to try and see if they can bring it back on their CT side. And we spoke about this in the break real quick. Dan, can you just bring the viewers in on it? Do you think forZe can still bring it back, or do you think it's going to be tough for them?
I reckon they still can. I reckon, even though the odds have shifted slightly in Espada's favour, I think forZe are still going to be able to take this one. I think it's good enough for them. I think the T side was a bit of an anomaly, although they usually do have good T sides. I think it's I think the CT side, they'll be able to pull it back. It is their map pick after all.
Great shot here from Jerry as they push in towards the B bomb site. forZe holding off, but behind the smokes, they've already gotten a couple of cracks here. Phase crack on the flank finds the face cracked on Dima. Nice little headshot.
That's his first kill.
And there you have it. It's going to be all on topic. Nothing he can do. Absolutely nothing. Brilliant round here for forZe. Instead of forcing the issue through the smokes, they decide to just sit tight behind them, patiently wait for every single player to be there. They know they have, they know they won the numbers game, so they just have to push in together and land those shots. And face crack, important kill on the flank, helped them out massively in that round. forZe picking up the pistol here in the second half.
Yeah, it is also his only kill, you know. Hopefully it's a bit of a reset at halftime for him. You know, going 0 kills in the first half is never fun. Hopefully he can start pushing a few more here and actually do something for his team. Maybe that's just the edge they need to really pull themselves to the big fat dub here. But only time will tell. And for forZe, a few MP9s, a couple rifles. Espada, they do go for the force buy here. A few Tech 9s, a Deagle, a Mac 10 to try and open something up in the round. Dexter with the Deagle down towards sewers. He's just going to be trying to cover for his teammates towards top mid as they start to set up their utility and start to push forward with them. And it's going to be aggression up this short avenue. But Flit, he's on site. He can't do anything with the M4. It's the pistols, the Tech-9s that find 2 kills. And absolutely no response from forZe. Dexter now watching the fine thing. He'll probably catch one, but no. Jerry is just about able to do it with the MP9. He's low on HP. But at least he's been able to find a kill for this CT side. And now with some weapons picked up by Espada, an MP9 and an M4 now in those ranks, they are just going to have to back away forZe. There's not really much chance as the bomb ticks its way down. They're going to have to save these 2 SMGs, the FAMAS. Now that was Espada to a 10th.
Three players should be able to survive here for forZe. Seems like they will. A couple of SMGs, the FAMAS, they're going to be bringing those weapons into the next round. What's a little bit interesting about this one is that statistically, Espada only win 42% of their CT rounds. That means that Espada have already done better than they typically do. They win 55% of their T rounds. On the opposite side, forZe win 57% of their CT rounds and 58% of their T rounds. So it's already going really well here for Espada if you think about this statistically at least. We mentioned that forZe should still be able to bring this one back. We do expect them to do so. However, this is, no matter how you look at it, it's a really good start here for Espada, especially seeing as this is the map choice of forZe.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the series' sake, for the game's sake, that forZe are able to bring this one back, bring us into Espada's map pick at a 1-0 lead for themselves, and we can have a great banging 3-map series. We'll have to wait and see, though, because forZe have already lost a player. Z-Power falling by the wayside. Leaves the rest of his teammates with quite a lot of work to do. His Flit is close range with his MP9. He tries to peek around the corner, does quite a bit of damage. Tags down Dexter low. But no kill, no cigar. There's still a 5-on-4 favoring the T side, and the player up towards the apartments might be able to catch one of those force players off guard, but actually they're already rotating out, and they're already rotating towards that B site, which looks like the final destination for Espada. Do they have any utility? They have a smoke for the cross, that's fine, and they are going to start letting those utility fly. A Molotov from Jerry does a little bit of damage as a cross, and Flit's actually able to mop one up with the MP9. That's too much a fall. Almas is still towards the back of the site. Face crack and Flit, they're doing everything though. Dexter is the only person to find anything on this. It hits towards the B site for the T side, and it's only Patsy left, who is all the way over towards T spawn. He's, well, not quite T spawn. It's over in the little house. He's going to have himself a sit on the armchair and think about what went wrong in that round, because that's certainly not how they envisioned it. forZe, they pulled themselves back out of a 4v5, a very, very influential stack towards that B site. Last minute call works out into their favor.
Yeah, something that we see quite a bit on a map like Inferno. I think it's actually one of the only maps where we see this, but very heavy stacks comes out late round. We see it almost every round that the CTs decide to go for a bit of a gamble. If the gamble pays off massively, you know, they pick up the round and they give themselves a good chance of finding another. If it doesn't pay out for them, this stack, they just save their weapons. One of the reasons why Jane time was invented on this exact map, because every single time he was caught on the opposite bomb site, he decided to save. And it makes sense, especially if you have like a good weapon or good weapons in general. It makes sense for you to just hold on to those weapons for the upcoming round. This time around, though, Espada looks like they want to go for something rather explosive towards the B-bomb site. This might catch forZe off guard.
Quite a lot of damage done towards Demon as they push forward. Jerry can't quite find the spray. Leads up to Almaza towards the back of the site to find kills, but the flashbang is immense. It allows Almaza 2 and gives the forZe side a huge chance to get back into this one. So much damage done, but the kill's still going Espada's way. A 3-on-3 as they bring it back, but that nade from Flit is enough to finish off Patsy, and with just a combined 28 HP between the two of them, Flit's just going to push over the top, boosted by his teammate to finish off Dexter. Finnegan, all remains in face crack through the smoke. Only one bullet needs to connect, but it's enough. And a 9th on the board for forZe. A nice hold now with the hit towards the B-block position. That flashbang from Jerry was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, she pointed out massive flashbang there. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. Beautiful stuff. I would have loved to see the second, because he threw, 2 flashbangs, pretty much one right after the other, right? So what I would have loved for him to do in that scenario was throw the first flashbang, and then wait for like 1 or perhaps like 2 seconds, and throw the secondary. That would allow Almazer to peek out on the opposite side and potentially get another kill. But it works out for them. Brilliant flashbang regardless.
Sorry. Oh, I think that was that face crack who jumped in towards the underground tunnel. Was it Jerry? Just stomping that person in there, finishing him off, and forZe, they kick up a very quick round there against the Glocks. They tie things up 10-10.
Yeah, again, good foresight there from forZe. Obviously, they have pretty good control of the economy at this point, and they know that their opponents are going to be either on a broken pistol buy or on a straight eco. And they took, I wouldn't necessarily call it a gamble, because they should be on an eco regardless, and you should have that foresight if you're playing at this level. Oof, good timing on that nade. But yeah, good decision from them to go for a bit of a rush in that round. It allows them to farm up a bit of extra cash on the SMGs. It allows them to get a quick round and deny Espada holding back and trying to figure out what they want to do in a round like this.
So much damage being done towards Espada early on. I mean, Z-Power's taken quite a bit himself, but look at the Espada HP. 3 players have been tagged down quite substantially, and Z-Power's going to finish off the first. That's Dima to Ford, and Jerry, he's posted up close range over that car position.
Positioning here from forZe. Flit the first, face crack right below, helping out with that one. He finds one of his own. It's now going to be all on Sutpik right across face crack there. He knows that there's one right beneath him, but he doesn't know the player on this side. He actually finds him regardless. That's a good shot from Sutpik. He was in a 2-on-4 situation, brings it back to a 2-on-2, and should be able to get the bomb down. Indeed, he will. Jerry has got his number, though. Blocked him out, shuts him down. Well-placed headshot right on the edge of that box. The round does go in favor of forZe here, but Sutpik in a 1-on-4 situation to get 2 kills and the bomb plant, that's more than your team can ever demand of you.
Yeah, certainly it does a lot of economic damage towards forZe. I mean, you can obviously, in the grand scheme of things going into this next round, I mean, it doesn't really make much impact. forZe are going to have themselves as much as they need into this next round. There's no issue with that. It's more about potentially for the future being able to maybe force them to an eco round or a sort of compromise buy a little bit earlier, as it forces a few more weapons to be rebought, obviously alongside the utility and the armor as well. But after just a short break, we'll be heading back into things here. Or should I say a short break, a short timeout, short pause. We'll be heading back into things as we do go back into it. forZe, they have everything they need. Espada, not so much. They'll keep enough cash up for a next round buy, but for this one, they've got a few Tech 9 Deagle and a Mac 10. Shame no dual Berettas since that pistol round, Jeet. It's a big tragedy.
I'm all right with that. So dual Berettas, they can actually work in pistol rounds. I'll give you that much. When it comes to like pistol buys up against mostly full buys, I appreciate them not going for the dual Berettas because it's not armor shredding like some of the other pistols might be. Okay, Almeza, that works out fine. Let's push down Banana. Find that kill, and that's the sole player down at the bottom of middle. However, C-Power lost his life over in Arches and allows for Espada to take control of CT. Makes this a bit of a difficult rotation coming through from forZe eventually.
forZe's positions aren't too bad here. They're sort of playing the best they can with the lost control. Obviously, there was the aggressive down Banana that did provide forZe a bit of space, but face crack on the site. A nice shot towards Dima to take him down. And was flicked towards a pit. He should have been able to find more. That face crack using a Mach 10 rather than the M4 he had. It's going to be him in his grave. I think he wanted to switch over to the pistol, perhaps, but in the end, it's left his teammates in a 2-on-3. Jerry and Almazet try and retake this one, and they all have weapons as well, so this isn't going to be easy. Is this even going to be possible for the forZe side? On if Patsy has anything to say about it. Does that all up quickly? We'll take Almazet out of action, and that leaves just Jerry.
I was just about to say, at this point, probably not. Patsy catching that frag, he gets a triple for the round, and Jerry, he might be seeing if he can deal a bit of damage, but the bomb is planted on the, in the safe corner of the bomb site. This allows every player to survive in pit, pretty much no matter how little HP they got left. They don't take that much damage from the bomb in this position when it's planted where it is, so Espada, they bring it back, and that's bit of a low buy round for them, so it works out pretty well. A tactical timeout getting called here from forZe as well. Patsy, he's got the impact player quite a few times actually, and as I pointed out,
not little face there.
Yeah, exactly, and not one of the players that we pointed out in the pre-show, but he's definitely stepped up in the server. We see the odds still favoring forZe here. Makes pretty good sense when they get 11 on their CT side. They typically bring it home, but Espada, they're not out of this one yet.
No, it's obviously dead even, as close as it can be after 22 rounds of play. But the forZe, I mean, probably should be on 12 here, because obviously they just lost against that eco with Z-Power going down early on. Was blinded up very quickly and couldn't connect the flick shot as he got blinded up, and it ultimately ended in his demise, and that left it wide open for Espada to try and capitalize off that. Oh. Dima takes a healthy chunk of damage.
Even more now. Do you remember the good old days where whenever a player was on 1 HP, everyone would just spam the Twitch chat with 1? You couldn't see anything other than 1s in the Twitch chat. Bring me back to that time, Twitch. Do it. YouTube as well. Help me out. Bring us back. Those were better days.
As long as it's not a 1G.
True, true.
At least he's still alive. That's
a bit of a slow start to this one here for Espada. They take a lot of damage early on, but now it seems like they are going to be rotating their focus over towards the A bomb side. We still got 3 defenders over towards A. They're up against heavy weaponry, but weak players in terms of their HP.
Nice work from forZe. They've been able to shut this one down pretty easily. 5 on 2. It's just Dima with that 1 HP, and
that's awkward.
In towards Z-Power. Yeah, inside the smoke, throwing a little bit of a love tap. Z-Power eventually susses things out. Will end in with the AWP, and it is going to be 12 back on the board for forZe as they retake the lead. Flit. Look at his magnificent face. He's been on there quite a bit as well in that impact player role. 3 kills in that round. He's been having a stellar game. 21 kills for him. Tied up with Patsy, actually, at the top of the table. So, those are the 2 big killers so far. We'll see if they can continue and which of the rest of the players are really going to be able to step things up.
Still got the money for Espada to buy up. Got the A case. Got a good amount of utility for this one as well, and good positioning here we can see. Already taking control of apartments, and Finnegan is peeking out towards middle, but he doesn't find anything initially. See a bit of a cautious play from forZe. They don't want to force the issue here. They don't want to push out too far and give too much of an opportunity for Espada. Instead, they are just going to be playing it as safe as possible, holding back, waiting for aggression to come their way. See them set up with C-Power on the AWP as per usual over towards Archway. Smoke goes a bit far. Doesn't cover his angle. The molly doesn't cover it either. C-Power, that's a brilliant shot. Important as well. Jerry and Almazer holding down the fort at Banana, shutting down 1, 2, 3 combined. That should do it. Finnegan, not a whole lot left for him to do in this one. 1-on-5 situation, barely any damage dealt. A bit of damage dealt towards Almazer, but that's about it. This is a smart play here for Finnegan, actually. We don't see this used all that often, but this is such a sick positioning, because you can't really get headshot in this position here for Finnegan, but you can shoot above that little beam thingy, which allows, if anyone is dropping down for that, it allows Finnegan to get a clean headshot without pretty much taking any damage. (13-11). Jerry, big impact in that round. forZe, as pointed out when it was 11-11, they typically close it out in that situation. And we saw the odds still pretty heavy in their favor, even after Espada won that round to bring it to 11-11. But forZe, they're strong on this map. They're very strong on this map. And as I pointed out, on their CT side, they win roughly 60% of their rounds. And even when it gets a little bit dicey towards the end of it, and when they're still close, they still manage to bring it out most of the time.
Just a brief timeout there. We are heading back into things, and Sotfik with just a Mac 10. That's all he can bring into this one. There's a couple AKs, a couple Galeals. However, forZe, they have everything they need. Obviously, you can see quite a bit of cash in reserve for them. They've definitely got to buy perhaps 2 in their bank. But Z-Power taken down first again. It's going to be up to the team to try and respond, but, well, Flid isn't going to be able to. It leaves it just in a 3-on-5, as it's probably just going to be saving for forZe towards his B site. They'll allow Espada to 12, allow them to just inch a little bit closer again, and a very, very effective hit towards that A site. It's Z-Power who goes down, the AWP gets caught, and that's enough for Espada. That gives them that little opening, and, well, they exploit it.
As you pointed out, we do have a decent amount of money in the reserve here for forZe. They could have potentially decided to go for it here, but I like this decision. Something that we pointed out earlier, if you get caught with the majority of your players on the wrong bomb site after a hit comes through on the opposite, and you lose a couple of players without really dealing all that much damage, at least without getting too many kills, you're probably just going to hold on to their weapons. It's not something that forZe actually practice all that much, but I like to see them do it this time around. It makes good sense for them. Even though they have the money in reserve, there's no reason to be throwing that money away. And they knew that some of their opponents were still going to be somewhat weak on their economies, so they're still playing the numbers game here. They know that they're ahead. They know that they have the economy advantage, and they have the advantage of playing on the CT side. Very, very textbook stuff, I would say, in the end of that round. Good amount of damage again towards bottom of Banana. Sotfik, very weak early on. Down to 25 HP, 26 to be exact.
Everybody likes to be exact on their HP.
I mean, whether it's 25 or 26 doesn't really make that much of a difference in the great scheme of things.
Z-Power just able to dissect away this time. He's able to find one on the site, but Diva and Patsy, they'll both collect one apiece. There's a gap in the smoke that Flip can use for one, but two players around for him to deal with. A Dexter on the AWP is going to annihilate any chance that forZe have of getting back in towards his A site. Quickly picking off one down mid. It's just almozer who remains. A 1 versus 3. And it is going to be tied up 13-13 as Espada. They're finding openings towards this A site. Z-Power almost getting caught out again this time, but this, at least he's able to find one. He backs away towards the site and collects that first kill while low HP, but obviously it does go down, as does his teammate on balcony, and that's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, something that we pointed out earlier, face crack, it hasn't been his game. I think that's putting it lightly.
No.
And in that situation where he's on balcony, he's got the apartment portion of it, he's got that smoked off, so he only needs to be focusing on the site itself, and he still doesn't hit anything. It's up to Z-Power all on his lonesome to find that kill while he's trying to backtrack in towards the bomb site. He does manage to do that. Face crack should have had one kill there at the very least.
I think he should have had two. I think in fairness to face crack, he was shooting the target that Z-Power killed, I'm pretty sure, initially. And I think that used up much of his allotted time to be alive up on the balcony. So, yeah, we should have found more, but I think he was trying to save Z-Power. And was focused on that target, but Z-Power was able to find a shot nonetheless. So, much to Flit's shooting was to waste, but into the next round, it is Espada with much aggression towards its A site as they work their way through long and in towards Moto. It's actually forZe who are able to pick up a kill apiece as they push in towards the site. FaceCrack can find a couple, but Finnegan gives them a shot, and Finnegan is going to give them a lot of shots here as he finds himself a third kill. He's just going to hightail it towards his B site, in fact. He's killed the rotation through Library, and it leaves him 1v1 against almozer, who's going to be clearing out this long position, but he's come from top mid, so he doesn't know that Finnegan's already gone towards his B site, but you can tell he's thinking about it. He has the inkling, and that smoke is certainly going to give him a strong idea of this. And as he hears the bomb getting planted, or will hear the bomb as it gets planted, he is going to be confirmed in his assumptions of this B site. But Finnegan just on 30 points of health, almost 100. A Molotov and a smoke for him to use. Finnegan with a Molotov himself. He's going to tuck himself in, and I think almozer heard that little step from Finnegan, but it will be Finnegan who closes it down. almozer tries to jump around the corner, will get caught midair, and it will be 14 on the board for Espada.
So what happened there is incredibly unfortunate. We see a technical timeout getting called here, and it makes perfect sense because almozer was actually lagging. We saw it very clearly. He was lagging all the way through CT. Yeah, I was wondering for a hot moment if it was actually lag or just GoTV issues. But he was actually lagging, and we saw it clearly when he jumped through the air there. Very unfortunate in a one-on-one situation, especially when your opponent is low on HP. It happens, though. That is like... That's just online Counter-Strike. It happens.
Yeah.
Not much we can do about it, unfortunately, but you hate to see it, man. That could have been such a sick clutch there from almozer. I love the decision-making from Finnegan. However, like, him taking that decision or making that decision as soon as he cleared the player in Library, just beelining it towards the B bomb site and making sure that he gets the bomb planted, gets himself in a real good, strong position to potentially clutch it out in that 1-on-2 situation, and then it's down to a player who's lagging a little bit. So, not the end of the round that we were hoping for, but great stuff regardless from Finnegan. We can't take that away from him.
Yeah, FaceCrack as well, finding a couple kills in that site. It looks so good for forZe, but Finnegan just like rockets through the site, picks himself up quite a few kills. I think he ended up with 4 in total in that round. I think. I think he secured 2 on the site, caught one on the rotate, and then obviously taking down almozer at the end. I'm pretty sure it was 4. Don't think it was the ace. But either way, for forZe, a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. As we wait for things to sort themselves out.
And while we're sitting here, Dan, while we're sitting on
Yeah.
14 to 13. Espada,
Do you want me to talk
2
about
rounds
dual
away.
again?
Please don't. Please don't. So Espada, they're only 2 rounds away from taking the map choice of forZe, shutting it down on their map pick. However, forZe, we still got a decent amount of money on most of the players here. They should be able to get a fairly strong buy in this one. The question is, are they going to go for the buy here? Or are they going to allow Espada to get on 15 and give themselves an even better opportunity for a buy in the next round? I think that's the main question coming into this next round as soon as we have the tech issue resolved. What do you think, Dan? Do you think forZe will they should force up here, right?
Let's see. Probably, yeah. I mean, Almas is not going to be too well off. Neither's FaZe really. They can get, I mean, FaZe could get himself an M4 and some Kevlar, or maybe just a FAMAS, a bit of extra utility in Kevlar. It'll be interesting to see what they actually decide to do here, whether they do allow Espada to 15. And try and just play for OT in this first map. Considering it is pretty close, they'll only need to pick up a couple rounds to force it into OT. It might be worth just taking a bit of a partial here, allowing your economy just to get to a decent point for the next round and get it as good a buy through as you need. It might be worth doing that, and it looks like they are going to go for that. In fact, as they'll buy down to around that 2.5K mark. Looks like Jerry's going to keep a bit extra in the bank, possibly to drop over and up to Z power as they get through a few deagles. Almas is back in the game, and just with a USP for him, actually he does buy a deagle in the end.
Ooh.
And rightly so, because he's absolutely annihilated something straight off the back, and he's going to find a second as well. He is angry. He's not happy. He wants vengeance, and he's doing so already. In a round with just a deagle and no armor. Can he find even more here, Geet?
I was just about to say, we've seen already how incredibly strong forZe are on these upgraded pistols. They showed it in the first half, they showed it once here in the second half as well. And now they show it when it matters the most. You see already Jerry and X-Power, they've already picked up AKs, a lot of damage dealt there. Face crack, shutting down Patsy. Finnegan so low on HP, face crack finds another on Dexter. Oh my god! Lord. The two-man ace, it's face crack, and Almace is shutting it down with Desert Eagles. We said that they should probably go for a bit of a min buy, like a broken pistol buy, or whatever you want to call it, to allow them to get the most amount of the economy that they had in their hands, basically. Giving them that opportunity to buy up completely for this round. The fact that they managed to secure the victory in the round wasn't necessarily in the cards, but hey.
Yeah, they are
that's forZe for you.
Yeah. And now Espada, what was almost a surefire 15th, they're now tied up 14 to 14, and it's forZe who are going to be in the sweet spot. I mean, this could still swing either way. I mean, forZe, if they lose this, they have a bit of cash to fall back onto for quite a few of those players. Almas are a little bit, quite a bit lower than the rest of his team. He has absolutely nothing. He'll probably just be on a pistol if forZe aren't able to pick this one. But for the rest of his team, they can get full buy through. And that's the saving grace for them. So Espada, they are going to need this round. They need 15 now. They cannot allow forZe to get to that match point first because they just don't have the cash to rebuy. They've got nothing left. It'll be pistols, that's all. Maybe a Mac 10 if they're lucky.
You see the pressure mounting here for Espada as well. You can see it in the playstyle. They are not challenging Banana early because they've taken so much damage while doing that. Oh, swings out a little bit too wide this time around. Dexter shuts him down with a no-scope, actually. That should allow them better opportunity here, Espada. They're still looking towards the A-bomb side. CPower going for a bit of a rotation. Potentially an over-rotation here, because haven't seen the aggression towards the B-bomb side yet. Split finds the crack on Stopfik. D-Man quick trade on to face crack. C-Power. He's not done quite yet. Patsy. That's such an important kill. Allows for the plan to get through. It's now going to be all on Jerry and C-Power. C-Power finds yet another. Picks up the AK-47. Still in a 1-on-2 situation. Gives him the opportunity here to clutch this one out. Was an 1-3, and that would be massive for him. Flashbang comes through, finds the first, spots the second, down in pit position. He's going for it. He won't find it, however. Patsy saves the day once again. He saves the planter on the bomb side, allowing them to get the bomb down with just enough time. And then he finds that kill on C-Power. That was a very, very close round. That could have gone either way, right down to the end of it.
Ooh. This is overtime. I'm feeling it. I mean, FaceCrack's actually going to drop on the AWP to Almazet, and FaceCrack will just wield the Deagle himself.
It makes sense. It makes sense. FaceCrack has not been great on his weapons throughout this this first map. He's been all right on the pistols, actually. He's gotten a couple of kills on pistols. I wouldn't call it like a 50-50 whether he's got a pistol or a rifle. He's still better on the rifle. But it's not been his game. And when C-Power is doing work, as he typically does with the AWP, Flit and Elmace are doing work as well, there's no reason for you to be hawking that money if you can throw it over to someone else and have them be the high-impact player instead. Oh, I think we're going to have it stopped here. Yeah, we're definitely going to have it stopped. Yeah. You can see all the players staying in spawn as well. So the typical rules for this is if any utility has been thrown or any damage has been dealt, you cannot stop the round. But seeing as it was this early in the round, they just asked the players on the opposite side, can we stop it? They say yeah, and they'll match medic it and restart it. It seems like we're going to head to a short break while we fix the short issues here, and we'll be back for the final round of regulation.
Leader, I got my team up. I've been a dreamer. I switched the scene up. I done got that green up. It don't make me fiend up, but they know I'm being with the rats. Call me the fiend up. Dirty work, smoke up, no lean up in my soda. Fresh and clean, got no odor. I've been an outcast, me and scared, we told ya. Been in that backseat, facts we move that work, but it ain't no D-R-U-G, M-B-M-U-S-I-C. I'm only human, if you cut the skin, I bet I bleed. And when my back against the ropes, put in that work, I leave. I see the vision clear, seeing things that y'all don't see. Two dogs on a vision. 2020. Two dubs on the vision, dubs on the vision, two dubs on the vision, dubs on the two dubs on the vision, dubs on the vision, two dubs on the vision, call it 2020. Beamer, I got my team up. Made it all from rapping, we stacking, getting my green up. We all leaned up, took in a while, trucking a minute a mile, fucking up every style. You in it now, told her my family is proud. One in the front and we proud, bitch, I don't wanna talk. I just walk up, 100 bands cash, trying to get on my stock. Love all my fans, fuck on my ops. We just make jams, all I make pops. Girls gon' dance, homies all rock. Came too far, and we ain't gon' stop. Gave my life and I took my shot. Yeah, rose up top and I took my spot. Yeah. If it's a problem, then we really ready. Yeah, hunted with me and we for the war. My heart is formed and my vision deadly. I've been dialing in my sights, see it 2020. Two dubs on the vision, dubs on the vision, two dubs on the vision, dubs on the vision, two dubs on the vision, dubs on the vision, two dubs on the vision, call it 2020.
I don't want your empathy, I just want another enemy. I'm not gonna change a thing for you. I'm over middle ground, and I really wanna burn it down. I'm not your friend, and I won't pretend I am. So don't reach out and I mean that. I'm under siege and I need you to see that. You're on one side, I'm on another, and we will wage war upon each other. I'm no angel, you're not either. I'm at a fever pitch, you're at a leisurely pace. I'm unscathed, I'm unafraid. A warm welcome to the war game.
Welcome back, people. We are going to head straight back into this final round for regulation. 15-14. Espada, one round away from shutting it down. forZe, they need this one to tie it up, bring us into OT. Dan, we didn't expect this.
Let's
did
go.
we?
No, I was expecting forZe to take this one pretty comfortably, but
Yeah.
Espada, they've been doing their homework, and I mean,
Absolutely.
those dual Bretters at the start of the game, they've set everything up for them. That
Okay,
single
calm
kill
down
has been
now.
enough for Espada to...
Enough. I'm not having it anymore.
Maybe if someone brings out a Zeus, we can have a bit of that fun, but I don't think we're going to see any Zeus anytime soon. Now everything's on the line, and Patsy, he's going to trade things out. Almoza did pick up that opening kill with the AWP, but Flick going down towards its A site does leave a big hole in this forZe defense, and FaZe Crack with just a deagle. He's dropped over the AWP to Almoza, and will now salvage them four for himself off his dead comrade, and that leaves at least all of these forZe players kitted up to try and fight back, but little utility to use. A couple smokes, a flashbang is all they have. Espada with not much of their own utility as a smoke goes down towards the site. They have a little bit remaining, a couple of flashbangs to try and use to get in towards the A site, but Z-Power in the site alongside his teammate. They do have a rotation coming over. Z-Power puts himself in towards the back, he'll find the first, and this should try and divert attention, but Finnegan still around. And FaZe Crack, he's able to get one, he brings it into a 1v1, his teammate on 30 seconds, and forZe, he'll bring it into overtime in a very short regulation. We'll be back in just a moment.
lost control. You give me air to breathe, you give me light to see. When things are out of reach, you bring them back to me, back to me. You see it through, you see it through, yeah. You see it through, you see it through.
I don't wanna fight it. It's time to let it go. It's time to lose your inhibition. Developing a blind ambition. If you got a match, just go ahead and light it. I wanna see where this is going. We're done with playing games, not knowing, yeah. We've nothing to lose. We lost it that night. We're feeling.
Welcome back, everyone, to overtime between Espada and forZe. Espada, they had a pretty good regulation, better than we expected initially. forZe, however, they managed to bring it back in the very last round of regulation. Oh, that was a close one, though. It came down to a one-on-one situation. forZe brings it into OT. And now it's going to be C-Power opening it up here with a kill on to start. Fake phase crack. Good positioning as well. Finds Steamer. There's a couple of cracks in the favor of forZe here. Yeah, Dan, as you said, numbers not really helping Espada currently. Oh,
No.
even worse now. Flip, that's a good frag onto Dexter. Patsy, absolutely nothing he can do either. They do manage to find one kill post-mortem.
Yeah. Yeah, gets one from the afterlife. I mean, at least it's something. But for the forZe side, 16 on the board is exactly what they're asking for. Maybe just a round too late, though. Obviously, regulation would have been a bit nicer.
This is exactly what we spoke about when it was 11-11. forZe, they're really good at maintaining focus in these situations. Really good at bringing it back when it's not looking good for them. It was 14-13. forZe were on a force, not even a force buy, like a broken pistol buy. They saved a bit of their money to make sure that they could buy up completely, but they managed to win that round, which they shouldn't have. And still it was incredibly close, and still it turned into an OT. Like, if this is any indication of what we have in store for this CIS region, I'm gonna be very happy that I'm on board for this.
Yeah, we're around for a lot of these games, and I am really looking forward to it because, I mean, overtime, first map, first game, you know, we can't ask for more than that. But Patsy is going to be asking for this A bomb site, and he will receive it. With a trade call on towards Flit, it does give them a lot of control, but look at FaceCrack's position. He might be able to catch a rotation here onto Dexter, but instead he's going to work his way through the apartments behind these Espada players as it's a 4-on-3. If he could get even just one kill here and stay alive, it's going to make things so much easier for this forZe side. He knows one's in towards the site. He heard where that smoke came from, and he will get the kill. Nice shot from FaceCrack, and he does just back away. His presence there is enough for the forZe side, but Dexter and Patsy, they're going to keep on fighting. They bring it into a 2-on-2, a kill apiece, and as they try and push forward, Patsy can't land the shots. It's Jerry to shut him down. Almas is going to hold the bomb. He has his teammate to cover him, and Dexter, he can't do anything. It is a 10-second defuse. defuse, but it's going to be the round nonetheless. I'm surprised they don't have many kits, that forZe side, but in the end, it works out.
Yeah, the thing there is, the second they realize that Dexter is still sitting on ramp, like, after the bomb is planted, this is the equivalent to on Dust 2, when your teammates are all on the A-bomb side, they got the bomb planted, that you're still, as the AWPer, sitting in spawn, patiently waiting for anyone to peek out from middle. That's basically what Dexter did in that round, or at least the equivalent to it. But as soon as they realize that he's still sitting in that position, they make the right call. They go full focus on the player who's still on the bomb site, and then just on the bomb, making sure that you get the defuse, because they know that they were a little bit limited in time, in terms of, like, they didn't have that many defuse kits, as you pointed out.
Yeah, they have plenty this time, though. Obviously, the last round of overtime for this half, and they're going to splash the cash, but Espada trying to push in. They're a little bit light. They've only got a wheel for Dexter, but it's working out splendidly for them. Espada, a quick truffle. It leaves it just up towards Almaza and Jerry, as Almaza is a bit of a hop-down banana. They may as well go for this one. I mean, as I say, it's last round of overtime in this half, so there's no point saving. Nothing's going to get carried over. Apart from some stats, but a nice shot from Jerry might give a chance as Dexter caught in towards the apartments. That gives an avenue for forZe to work a little bit closer. Patsy up on top, though. They've got a double angle here. Two players holding the same position, and it's Patsy who finds a kill. Nima gets the second, and Almaza, he will be falling, as it's going to be 16 for the Espada side at the end there.
17-16, and as you can see right beneath those numbers, quickly set first to 19. So I typically describe the overtime rules for you guys. You know that it's first to 19, as it was pointed out. If we end on 18 for both, we're gonna head into another OT, and we continue that until one of the two teams string 4 rounds together in a single overtime. Obviously, it's 16,000 start money. Wait, is it?
No, it's 10k.
No, it's not. It's 10k.
Yeah.
Where did I get the 16k from?
I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to ask yourself. It is
I have it
definitely
written
10K
down here. I don't know why. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. A little bit of a brain fart, I guess, but hopefully Espada, they can hold this one down, and Finnegan does find the first, that's the bomb drop and face crack. He's going to have a player dropping to the crosshair there, and he's able to find 2 quick kills, flip with another, brings forZe into the advantage, and Dima's pushed forward by that Molotov. He's able to find Sanctuary on top of the box. Now they're going to desperate. No, they are not. Dima, he's done so much damage. Takes down one, takes down a second, and D-Powers. Now the last player alive, a 1 versus 1. As he has found Dexter, but Dima just going to be using the smoke to try and elude this last forZe player to try and find 17 on the board for Espada. Z-Power's wielding the P250. 40 seconds on the clock. He's going to try and work as much of it down as possible. Oh, what a shot that was! Z-Power. 250 through the cranium for Dima there. He had no chance of responding for that.
That was such a good play from Dima. You pointed out he went into the corner up on top of the boost box there. I think most people call it ninja still, even though I've never seen a ninja defuse from that position. Regardless, he gets into that position, and the molly actually helped him out, because they think, okay, we might have cleared this if there's a molly there. But obviously they didn't. He peeks out, he finds 2 frags, 2 massive kills. But C-Power playing it to perfection, keeping his opponent guessing by just hiding for pretty much the entirety of it.
Face crack? Super random banana got fully blinded and just absolutely nailed Stop Fake. And luckily his teammates are there to trade still. But Dima, again finding multiples for Espada. He's brought it into the 3-on-2, and forZe might just have to hold off on their celebrations for the time being. But this hit towards A, with Flit working in from Moto, might just be exactly what they need. Finnegan's going to have no idea in the pit. This is a free kill. Flit secures it pretty cleanly. And now, well, he has to wait for a Z-Power to rotate in. He'll deploy a bit of utility to allow that and allow him to get the bomb planted. There was almost a chance there for Dexter if he'd been posted up with the AWP. Z-Power did cross before the smoke bloomed. And now a 2v2 retake required for Espada to try and keep themselves in this game. Z-Power and Flip to hold their positions. A nice opening from Z-Power. Do they expect the same player at the same angle? They know it now as they'll hear the couple taps of that M4 and it's around the corner. Flip is going to lay a few bullets down, not going to connect. Z-Power is being tantalized by this a little arm switch around the corner.
No!
But Dima, how has he done that? Z-Power, he went from hero to zero in the matter of a round with that P250. Can't quite connect the final bullet as Dima is left with 13 points of health and a clutch 1v2 for the Espada
And
side.
an ace!
And an ace.
Oh my god. Okay, so real quick, this double kill here from Dima is absolutely critical for the round. This here from Z-Power is a big blunder. So you're switching over to the pistol, which you should do in that scenario, because you got the information from a teammate. I definitely hit him, which means that he's somewhat softened. You already used your shot on the AWP, so you have a long reload time regardless, or at least like bold action time, whatever you want to call it. Switching over to the pistol is the right move in this scenario, but missing 4 shots to an opponent who's pretty much right in front of you, that's not good enough. And big plays there
Rain's
from
turned
Dima.
up the server. Rain's having himself a nice little time on the game, apparently.
I believe that should have been Dima. Quad kill there, or excuse me, ace from Dima, excuse me. Finding every single player, stepping up massively in these last couple of rounds here. Keeping the dream alive for Espada.
Yeah, aggression as well from Espada in what is the final round of this OT. At least go 1 for 1, but forZe, I mean, there's still got a chance here. Sophic only has an MP9, Jeet.
It's gonna come right down to it. Pick up the final round. Oh, is it gonna be the final round? I guess that's the real question here. If Espada picks it up, we're gonna head into another OT. If forZe manage to secure the round, they'll secure the map. It's their map choice, so they're definitely looking to do that. Sophic finds the frag on Flit, Jerry, and FaZe Crack. They both answer back, and now it's gonna be all on Dexter. He's got his trusty friend, the AWP. And he still needs a big play in this one. He's in a 1-on-3.
And with the bomb planted, that makes things just a little bit more difficult for him. The time is now against him, and I mean, he switched out to the M4. Probably the better weapon for this scenario. Jerry is low HP. Z-Power's down to 50, but it doesn't matter as Jerry's just going to nail the instant headshot and will win it out for forZe as they take it 19-17.